Hello, everyone. Welcome back to No Man's Sky 2021. We're in Permadeath. We're continuing with the Atlas mission today. Hopefully, we'll get to 4 of those again. I did make some emerald, just about exactly what I need. We've got the indium, copper, cadmium. We already used ionized cobalt, magnetized ferrite, and pure ferrite. And we are off. There is the atlas that we just left.
Orbital station coordinates received.
And here comes the next one. We're in the 255th galaxy. I wanted to do this in Euclid, but I couldn't get it to start. Maybe if I'd gone to the anomaly in Euclid, I would have been able to get it to start. Didn't think of that until I got here. Holy Hannah, that monster's got a lot of lemon in it. Wow! All right. There it is. We are in a Corvette system, medium economy. This is Atlas number 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, this is number 5. Yikes. Steamy in here. Got some condensation coming off the engines there. Alrighty. See if we can learn some words here. One. Can I squeeze through here? Yeah, that's word for yet. I really think the Atlas language is wasted on those mystery words like a, for, to. Two, not two. Or also. Oh, the Atlas word for delight. I will delight in using my star seed. If I'd gone the other way, it would have said, you must not fail. Two. Lots and lots of words on this one. The next couple of atlases have tons and tons of words. You can also learn the Atlas language by pulsing in space and running into Atlas messages in space. And I missed that. Thanks. Yeah, this word for truth. I don't think the Atlas knows much about the truth. Life support's still dropping. Woo! Plunk. By the way, you get hurt in the Atlas. It's not like a space station. I completely forgot until just now. Look, they're just hanging out. Bring it to us. When I dream, I see the Atlas. When I see the Atlas, I am the dream. I see sentinels swarm through universes like an infection, emerging from a world of glass. I see the portals. But what power could instill fear in the heart of the Almighty? It asks for something. It wants to know that I understand. I've become the harbinger, the pathfinder, the seeker of ways. The truth is within me. That one's kind of important.
Constructed.
That one, yeah. You want to read these when you do it yourself, um, as much as you can read of it. First one's perfectly clear, but then you get a few of them that are just gibberish. And then you get to this one, the fifth one, and the crux of the situation starts to become clear. Alrighty.
Orbital station coordinates received.
Next. There we go. Not traveling very far in each jump. It's not designed to strain your hyperdrive to its limits. There is one Atlas station in every region of every galaxy. And it's the star system in every region that the star system designation ends with 7A, like I showed you on the booster code yesterday. And you can find them by using a Pathfinder. Zane's World's Pathfinder is probably the best at it, because you can convert between glyphs and hexadecimal code and booster code, and really very easily. The booster code is alphanumeric, and the portal glyphs are also alphanumeric. There's 16 glyphs, 0 through 7 or 8. I don't remember. Now I have to count. Anyway, the first half, because my brain just stopped functioning, are numbers, 0 through 9. And the second half, A through F, are obviously letters. The first half is the top row on the DHD, the dial home device, and the second half is the bottom row. And it's not incredibly difficult to learn. It's just having a good starting point with the information. And I will link to zanesworld.com where you can read about all of this and so much more. How did I miss all of those guys? Good grief. Boink. Learning lots of trippy words. The question a lot of people ask is, does this contribute to your milestone for alien words collected? And it'd be easier to show on a newer save, but there is 4 sets of words. There's the words for the milestone, and then there's the Atlas words. And those 2 numbers do not match. If you add all 3 of these together, it won't match this number. So if you go in and you look at each one of these, I have 91 here, 229 there, etc., it won't match that total number. And to me that says that, yes, indeed, the Atlas words do contribute to the milestone. Other people disagree with that, which is fine. There's a lot of information available on this game, and the longer that the game goes on, the more people who are out there that know the game very well. They know it the way that they learned it and how they played it. I've learned the game much through trial and error, but also by listening to people around me who have been playing a lot longer. and who have done the actual research, people like Zane, who researches things to a point of complete knowledge before he will release a video on that subject. And so checking out Zane's World is definitely a great way to get very specific and detailed information about what you're doing, why you're doing it, how it affects the game. My whole angle is knowing the mechanics. I just want to know what that is before I leave. I'm so glad that that has activated copper and aggressive sentinels. Because it looked cool. So my angle on the game is mechanics more than anything. Some people know the lore more than anything. Not that other people don't know stuff about mechanics or stuff about specific numbers, or that I don't know the lore. Just that that's what I specialize in, is mechanics. And when the mechanics change, there's always this learning curve. And they have changed. They have changed since I started playing. Undiscovered planet, really? In there? An abandoned planet? I was just curious. Alrighty. We're going to learn a ton of words in this atlas. And there's a lot of lights, but they don't always have a word. It doesn't matter if you go past them quickly or not. I have tested that out. I've tested out by stopping at each one and giving it time, thinking that going quickly past them meant that you wouldn't learn the word, but clearly you do. They have a pretty large hitbox. You don't have to actually go to each one. You do need to get close to them, but not that close. There we go. Kindred. Boink. I goof off a lot and I act silly a lot, but it's just because I'm completely relaxed about the game. You'll see, you know, if you watch videos of me playing other games, that I'm quite nervous. Games that I don't know very well but enjoy playing. I like to share those on my channel as well. Howdy. Bring a Zeppelin-y if you're capable. I'll have to go to an Italian restaurant for it, I think. What's learned can never be unlearned. I'm afraid that I have seen too much. Atlas stones are not stones. The station is not a station. I am not what I think I am. I'm not even sure that I exist. The Atlas doesn't care. The Atlas demands its threnody, its reputation sublime. There is the state phasure. Now we are using cadmium. We need that emerald in the next station. And, whoops. Whoops. Don't fall. That one was very Christmassy. Very green and red. I do go through the Atlas mission very thoroughly in earlier episodes, in earlier series. So if you want to see that very thoroughly, you can go check that out on my channel. There's a few people that have done the mission on video. Very few. I think the Atlas and the Artemis missions are the two most confusing missions. The Artemis mission is not the Atlas mission, but you do use the Atlas stations for it. And so a lot of people call it the Atlas mission, but it's not. This is the Atlas mission. The Atlas mission gives you the star seed so that you can see black holes in space and travel to them. The Artemis mission, when completed, gives you the Remembrance Stone, which allows you to read Atlas interface computers in back rooms that you need Atlas passes to enter. And so that can be a bit confusing. There's the Atlas word for meaning and merge. Never. Never night. I used to try to make sense of these. I don't think there's any sense to it. Especially now that you can learn many, many more Atlas words before you ever come to an Atlas station. You can learn them right in space just from pulsing. Every monolith that you complete correctly with the right answer should give you an Atlas word. If you please the ancients at the monolith, you should learn an Atlas word and have the ability to access the portal in that on that planet. That is one mechanic that has changed. Now you have to access the monolith twice. You don't have to choose between lore and a portal. There's one back there that I missed. Atlas word for shall shift. Downshift. Goofball gaming. That's what I should have called myself. I've become the servant of this ancient sentience. It guides me through the cosmos, ever searching, never deviating. Have no choice to go, but to go on. Good grief. There's Nova. See if I can get those last ones that I missed out there. The gravity in here is about 90% normal. Yeah, there was one right there. And thus you burn through life support more quickly. You run out of energy more quickly. It is slightly noticeable. It's not as noticeable as it would be on a dead planet, but it is noticeable. just a slight floatiness when you jump in the air. Oh, don't turn me all the way around. Good grief. I have places to go. Ships to scrap. Freighters to upgrade. Derelicts to search. Natural black holes that occur in 7A systems only go toward the center of the galaxy. They may crisscross the center of the galaxy several times on their pathway, but the gradual change is closer to the center of the galaxy. And back in Next, I was traveling on my main save through the galaxies, and I used a combination of black holes and jumping to do that quickly. With black holes and jumping to the nearest black hole every other jump, I was able to go through a galaxy in 3 hours and about 10-15 minutes, depending on how hungry I was. And now, of course, that's not necessary at all. Lava Lamp and I have showed on multiple live streams now that you can locate the center of the galaxy with a portal, set down a base there, pass through the core, and then go back to the anomaly. And use the anomaly teleporter to transport you to the center of the next galaxy. And we did that a couple of weeks ago. We went over 2 streams. We went from the 251st galaxy all the way to Euclid, all the way back to Euclid, by dropping bases and using the anomaly. And you want to drop those bases, especially. It helps you move forward much more quickly than using a portal in every galaxy to go to the center, but also because it gives you access to that galaxy. Now, can you drop 256 bases? I don't know. I don't know if you can drop and maintain 256 bases. They may not all be accessible on a teleport list. I'm close to the end. The truth of the universe is fire, the soul is light. I am the experiment and the observer, all creation constructed for my journey. I see the universe around me, and I know that it's good. Not long now, not far to go. The stars beckon me. All right. We got time for another one. And there's that one. I should have got that one when I got out of my ship, but apparently I wasn't quite close enough. The position that you are in when you get out of your ship depends on the position of the focal point of where you landed. And that hasn't always been that way. So when you get out of the anomaly, you'll notice that in different parking spaces, you'll be on a different side of your ship. Because closest to the actual nexus in the center of the anomaly is what the focal point of those landing pads is. But you always used to get out of your ship on the exact same side, and a lot of people got stuck in walls and stuck in different constructions because of it. It's funny now. It wasn't funny back then. I've been stuck inside of buildings, stuck in the wall of a monolith a couple of times. You can always reload, but if you don't save a lot, reloading can be, can really suck. Alrighty. Restore point saved. It's not the best place to save your game and leave it. It's not incredibly good for the mission. If you enter an atlas, you need to complete that atlas and get out of there. Go save in the space station. Or on land, or in your freighter, or anywhere else. The mission can bug out if you enter an atlas and save, but don't do the atlas. Like I said before, it's an old mission, and it does have some issues. Needs a walker now. Is there one in there? No. It should be in a home. You see, that's about the 4th or 5th time that I've reloaded my life support since I started this mission. And that's just because the gravity is just slightly lower, and you can see a slight hesitation. I'll go up a little bit higher. Little tiny bit of floatiness. It's not as obvious as that planet that Lava and I found where the 2 planets were super close to each other. That was more like 80% gravity. It was super noticeable. Alright, I think we got that. Are you big red dot? Do not turn away. Know our inescapable truth and despair. The final interface is revealed. The Atlas beckons. I'm elated, terrified, broken. I've come so very far. It wishes for me to obey. If I'm to hold the power of creation, it will be in chains. I am gifted power. I am enslaved to the imitation of life. I am given the heart of the sun. And we don't have enough gold on us. That's okay, it's on the freighter. It's actually in storage. The very last second before I started this, I went ahead and put it in storage. But we will pick that up tomorrow. We will complete the atlas, and we will jump through the requisite number of black holes, which is also a part of completing the atlas. It tells us exactly which black holes it wants us to go through. And we'll be also changing ships. So we will want to grab one of those, take it with us. And there's some gold right there.
Product constructed.
And there is the heart of the sun. All right, you guys. We will come back to this tomorrow. We're going to get in the Radiant Pillar, finish the Atlas, and jump through some black holes. I want to thank you all so much for coming along. Have a great day.